look at this. It's a new angle to the studio. What? The stadium, damn it. I said studio instead of... What an idiot. Yes, welcome in. It is an important week here in the Fantasy Football Survival Kit. Week 10, we are coming off a very strange Week 9. And I know a lot of people out there are extremely frustrated by what happened last week. A lot of confusing stuff. So let's blow off some steam here this week. We asked you people, the people, my people, what is the worst narrative out there surrounding fantasy football? What really grinds your gears? Let's get right into it because we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. All right, first one up. I'm not going to read all that, okay? That is a lot of words. You really didn't need to max out the tweet here, Commish Show, but I'm totally with you on this point. It is so annoying out there listening to people like, they've got to get Javonte Williams the ball. He's so explosive, and he could be a league winner in fantasy football. Well, it's not going to happen, okay? So why don't you just resign yourself to that fact, okay? Javonte Williams can be a stone-cold baller. As a matter of fact, I think he's going to be really good whenever he does get a huge workload, but this might be fantasy football, but we're still dealing with real-life NFL teams. We're still living in reality. And the real-life Broncos have no incentive to go to real-life Melvin Gordon, who's been grinding all year, and tell him, yeah, buddy, I know you've been playing pretty well, but, we got to pluck you off the field so fantasy football players can be access to Javonte Williams' upside. Give me a break, okay? You embarrass yourself. Just because it's fantasy football doesn't mean there's not some real-life stuff going on here. Speaking of embarrassing yourself, yes, I know that oftentimes when I am out there tweeting #RevengeGame, I might be embarrassing myself a little bit. But look, it's not a serious piece of analysis, okay? I am well aware, Donovan, that just because a player is playing his former team or old coach or whatever doesn't mean that all of a sudden his motivation is going to rise really high and his fantasy scoring is going to rise really high. It's just a joke, okay? Don't take things so seriously. There's enough bad stuff going on out there. There's enough bad stuff on the internet that sometimes it's okay to just be weird and have fun online, all right? Just, if you don't like it, you know what you can do? You can just keep on scrolling. Let it go. And one thing I think we definitely need to let go of is this piece of analysis because it often leads us to traps. There can always be some rando that just pops up. Let's take some recent examples. People in the offseason were like, oh, who else are the Lions going to throw to? Let's draft Tyrell Williams in the late round. Let's draft Amon-Ra St. Brown in the late rounds. And then we've got guys like total randos like Khalif Raymond popping up for 100-yard games every now and again. Look at the damn Chiefs backfield, for example. Darrell Williams. Who else are they going to give the ball to once CEH went down? Well, then this guy Derek Gore, who, by the way, I remain unconvinced that that's not just Frank Gore in disguise. You can't pull one over on me. I know you're back for your 45th season, Frank Gore. Anyways, Derek Gore pops up, scores a touchdown against the Giants. Nobody's ever heard of him. So yeah, this is some crazy stuff out there. It's a little hard to see coming, but there can always be someone else. So let's take this piece of analysis, crumple it up, and throw it in the trash. We can do better than that going forward. All right, now onto this tweet. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Drake. It's enough already with the whole Drake thing, but I love his reaction in this GIF. Ooh, real fantasy football doesn't include kickers and defenses. I am so sick and tired of these fantasy football snobs up there on Mount Pius judging the regular people or whatever, the casuals as they say, as if only real fantasy football is played as superflex leagues. Real fantasy football players don't use kickers or defenses. Look, ridiculous. Absolutely disgusting behavior, as a matter of fact. Listen, do I like to play in leagues that are just fat with extra flexes, deep bench spots, the whole thing? Yes, I do. Do I want to play with kickers and defenses? Not necessarily. But if you do, go ahead, man. Do whatever you love, all right? It's enough already with these people that are just so judgmental as if they have figured out the only way to play this hobby. Do what you love, but let other people live their lives as well, and let's all just enjoy this hobby together. I mean, we're a community. Give me a break with these disgusting inside job attackers that we have here. Got a little heated on that one, and I'm definitely going to get heated as we talk about the worst tweet of the week. And listen, Rob, my guy, I'm not going to attack you for this one, but who the hell ever told you that fantasy football was going to be predictable? As a matter of fact, when you sign the user agreement, the terms and services of all that stuff, when you sign up for a league, basically you submit to unpredictability. The NFL is unpredictable. Football can be weird and football can be random, and that's okay. That's what makes this game great. Imagine if you knew the outcome to every single game, how boring that would be. If you want that, what is wrong with you, okay? I'm trying to be here for the twists and turns and the unpredictability of this whole thing. The fact that going into a Sunday, the Bills can get rocked by the Jaguars, the Cowboys can lose to the frickin' Broncos with Dak back under center. That's what makes football so exciting, okay? Does it make fantasy a little more frustrating? Sure, but that's fine. I have found in life that the most interesting people, the most enjoyable folks to be around are the ones that life threw them a curveball and they punched right back. They got a hurdle laid in front of them and they jumped right over it. They overcame it, and that is what I'm going to leave you with here today. Yes, there's going to be unpredictability in football. Weird weeks are going to happen, but that is okay. We will push forward. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on the stats that matter. We're going to follow the right trends. We're going to invest in good teams, good offenses, and talented players, because that is what wins out in the long run. As long as you follow those tenets, you're going to deal with some unpredictable weeks and you're going to continue to crush it over the long term no matter what. That is how we make good decisions. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying anymore. I'm getting a little too preachy. It's time to move on to week 10.